Hey guys, this is Sassy Shipstays and today we are here at a very super special event with none other than Adidas, as the legendary icon of the tennis world is here today with us. Mr. Stan Smith is here in Mumbai and he's going to be joining us and Ranveer Singh today for a special chat. Let's go and see what they have in store for us.
And today with us, ladies and gentlemen, we have the man himself, after whom these wonderful shoes have been christened. So put your hands together for the icon and the legend, Mr. Stan Smith. Oh my God. So thank you so much for being here. I just picked my heart up from the floor. It's a minor coronary I had, but thank you so much for being here, sir. Incredible actor, incredible entertainer, a style icon, and the brand ambassador for Adidas Originals India. One of the most infectious and incredible energies I've ever met. Super talented. Put your hands together for Mr. Ranveer Singh. He's also from here. Thank you for being here, buddy. How are you, sir? We have got you a white chair matching the green grass over here. No backrest. Baba, some people have mistaken it for a table. Just be happy. We are here. But thank you both so much for being here. Thank you for being here, sir. And I've got a few questions to ask you as Ranveer attains nirvana. Okay, first is, sir, I was doing some research on you. First, I realized that you've also come, this is the first time you've traveled to India.
First time in India, absolutely.
And were you in Udaipur? I heard you went for a trip to Udaipur and any other parts of India?
Went to Jaipur, and Mumbai, and we're going to Chennai tomorrow.
Wow.
This is my friend Vijay Amartaj.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sir, may I ask you, how's your tummy doing? No case of belly belly?
Yeah, I've been pretty good so far. Yeah, no problems.
You have to be selective, sir.
I know, I've been selective.
There's this one thing you got to stay away from, bhel puri.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I'll write it down for you, sir.
Okay.
I think with a photograph also, sir. It's a very dangerous food and you must be careful of it.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yes, sir. Now, I was doing some research on you while you were traveling in Udaipur, and I got my research from Wikipedia. So if I'm completely not correct or it's not a legit story, please tell me. But is it true that as a kid you went to get a job as a ball boy for the Davis Cup, but you didn't get it because the organizers thought you were too clumsy? How do you...
So it's actually true. I was about 16 years old, and I was about 6'2", and I didn't move real smoothly, and so they thought I'd disturb the players on the Davis Cup match, so they wouldn't let me be a ball boy.
But how do they reach this point where they realize that you're just too clumsy for a job like that? What is there an audition they do? Did you slip or?
They looked at all the players and they said, "Well, you're too big. You're not good. You're not going to be for this." So
Right.
it's too bad.
They have their own strange specifications for stuff.
I started moving better later.
Yeah, we've noticed, sir. We've noticed.
Started from the bar and now we're here.
This is true, brother.
Where's Nazy the bar?
What's lazy the
I'll come to, there he is. There
There he is. Yes.
What else did you find out from Wikipedia?
Lots of interesting information, man. But I'm genuinely curious. I want to ask you, Ranveer, for you. Now, everybody in life has this one obsession with their first shoe. Do you remember your first shoe that you saved up for, or you purchased on your own and got obsessed about?
So I think the most special shoe for me was this pair of blue low tops. And they were kind of faded. Lace ups. They belonged to my dad. They were very big for me for 3 or 4 years, and I kept admiring them. He had one pair of sports shoes, and I was like, one day I'm going to go big and tall enough to be able to fit into them. I can't wait to have them.
Right.
And that's why Adidas is a very special place in my life, because I've literally, grown into them and grown up in Adidas. It's that pair of shoes. I wish I had kept it. But
Right.
beautiful pair of blue lace-up low tops. I'll always
And
remember that.
you were given
Wow.
complete permission to try them on, wear them eventually. Do you
Yeah,
remember the
I
first time
used-
you wore them then? Did
Yeah,
when you
I used
first-
to always put them on regularly, and it used to be too big for me. And then I grew into them. Eventually, he did give it to me. I wore them for
Right.
many years.
Right. And in those days, it's also like we didn't have access to a lot of stuff, right? So one or two pieces were like gold standard, right?
The economy was not very globalized.
Yeah.
So when you had anything from what we used to call it foreign.
Yes.
Foreign.
Yeah.
Or you got it from abroad.
Yeah.
It was a huge thing for us. At that time, when
So
we were
people
growing
used to
up,
put it in their drawing rooms next to like trophies and stuff, and the other people would stare at stuff from abroad.
Well, a lot of the shoes now are made in Chennai, so they're not foreign anymore. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes,
it's,
true.
all the Indians can feel very good about
started
it.
from the bar and now we're here.
Yeah.
So you know that it used to be like if somebody had gone abroad
Yeah.
and they brought back a suitcase full of stuff, we used to open the suitcase and first we used to smell it. Aha, foreign ki hawa aa rahi, ah, it smells like America.
Yeah. People used to take photographs with it and stuff.
It's true, right? It's
Yes,
true.
absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
strangest
they
interaction
say,
with someone really?
They say, who are you?
Really?
And a lot of people think I am a shoe. So, you know, they stand, oh, you're a shoe. And I said, no, I'm right here.
Yeah.
But the name has definitely gotten bigger than the man.
Right. But at what point did you realize, okay, now it's just become so big, so powerful, it's gone beyond me, or even beyond the sport in many ways, right?
It's gone
Because-
beyond me.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the hip hoppers and you know, the music, art, fashion, design, it's all kind of gone towards that direction. It's no longer a performance shoe.
Right.
In fact, people ask me, you know, shall I play tennis in your shoe? I said, no, get some barricades. You know, those are the best shoes. That's what all the good players are playing on the Pro Tour.
Right.
But my shoe was the high-tech shoe when it was first made. It was the first and only leather tennis shoe
Correct.
ever played.
Right.
Yeah, so it was a shoe that people wanted to use because they used canvas before that. That was back in the old days in the 1920s.
What's the strangest story you've ever heard about your shoes or anyone coming up to you?
Well, you know, my mother was in a clinic one time. She was 85 years old.
Right.
And so she was in a public clinic with a lot of 20 and 30-year-olds. And
Yeah.
so the man said, do you like those Stan Smith shoes? And she said, yes, they're my sons. And he said, well, your son must be very small. She was 5'4".
Right.
She said, no, they're my sons. And he said, well, what do you mean? He says, well, my son is Stan Smith.
Right.
And the funny thing about it was she would put shoe glue on the bottom of the shoe. It would wear out on the toe.
Over
And
here.
so she would put shoe glue because she dragged her toe. I said, Mom, you don't have to use shoe glue. I can buy you some other shoes. I can get you some new shoes. She said, no, it's very good with shoe glue.
What a story. So she wore them all the time?
She played until 90 years old, and then all of her friends died at that age. She couldn't play.
Right. Ranveer, if you had the opportunity to name an Adidas original shoe after you, what would you call it? And what would it look like?
I think it would be a riot of colors, and I would call it Adidas Originals Bhalta.
But I feel with you, like what would they be like? I feel like they'd have a great bounce. I feel they'd be motivational. Because you've got this like happy energy, you take everyone with you. He takes everyone with him.
Very bouncy.
Yeah.
He should be wearing the Boost. The Boost sole is going to be terrific. Next year they'll do the Prime Knit with the Boost sole. It's going to be so comfortable.
Trampoline
यार
shoes.
घर पे भिजवा देना. Prime Knit Boost.
But would you
Next year.
have like shoes which have like
I've
a
worn
bounce?
them, son. They're fantastic. They're great for dance rehearsals and
For
stuff.
dancing.
Yeah.
You're a good dancer, aren't you?
No, I'm terrible. I got 2 left feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you sing well.
I'm terrible. I'm a worse singer than a dancer.
But what design?
Well, you must be a heck of an actor.
I'm just lucky.
We're getting concerned now, huh?
You must be a great actor.
I
He
got
is.
something.
Do you like being a bad guy or a good guy or a lover?
Right now I'm playing a bad guy, and let me tell you, it's so good to be bad.
You're
It's
bad.
so much fun.
You like being bad.
I prefer playing the villain, yeah.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of. They have a great life. I mean, they have just like 10 minutes of a bad trip.
They have all the fun.
But Ranveer, you're sporting Stan Smiths in your upcoming film Befikre. It's also on the poster. I want to know what's the story behind that. How much do you love them?
I love the Stan Smiths. I'm wearing them in the movie. So my director, Mr. Aditya Chopra, he wanted to create the definitive. Here it is.
There you are.
Definitive young romance.
Wow.
You know, he made a film, his first film, in his early 20s, sir. Went on to become one of the most iconic films of Hindi cinema. It was the definitive romance then. He said, I want to make the definitive romance of 2016, of this generation.
Wow.
And so you wear the most iconic shoe of this generation. It's only appropriate, don't you think, Cyrus?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That shoe looks great.
And the designer had it pre-decided. She did all the research. She was like, there was no question. I was like, I wonder what shoes. It's got to be Stan Smith's, darling. There's no question about it.
Really?
Wow. That looks like a tough job you've got there.
Oh my God, yeah. It's so
Very-
laborious.
It's so difficult, huh?
It's so laborious.
You have to concentrate?
Yes, I'm being exploited, sir. What to tell you?
You're being
These Bollywood producers.
Very difficult. Yeah, everybody wants to be in that position, but it's a tricky job. It's a tricky job.
Someone's got to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
Coming back to the shoes, I wanted to ask you, what evolution have you witnessed since probably the beginning of the shoe to now in terms of its design or the physical attributes? And what inputs did you have towards, from the original design to now? Did you have a lot of inputs or things you want to change?
You know, the shoe looked very much like this in 1965 before my name was on it.
Yes.
The only change was something in the back here to help protect the Achilles tendon.
Right.
A little bit higher in the back. And then this little loop here to keep the tongue from moving around. Other than that, it's the exact same shoe. I didn't do
Wow.
anything with that.
So we've actually got a piece of the classic with us. But
It's there, yeah.
But I'm curious, sir, there is no mustache in the
Yeah.
in your photograph here. But you've
Yeah.
sported a mustache pretty much the entire
Well, I had a mustache from about age 23 until now, except for about 6 months. And that's when they took the photograph.
Right, right.
So, that's me without a mustache.
But there was a
You have no mustache pictures?
I love mustache, sir.
I know, I gotta work on mine going up like this.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the Tevar part of it.
Is that for the villain?
This is
Or the lover.
I turn it down for the villain.
You turn it down for the villain.
I turn it up for the ladies.
Turn it up for the ladies and down for the...
he has the wings, yeah. You go up, down,
I'm gonna have to
depending
work-
on the mood.
I have to work on my mustache.
Yes.
You will twirl it up when you feel an extra fly.
Yeah? Okay.
But there was an interesting story about the fact that there was another gentleman's name and your face on the shoe for a large period of time, right?
Robert Hayet's name was on the shoe from the beginning.
Correct.
He helped design the shoe, and then they wanted to get in the U.S. market a little stronger, and looking for an American player, and I was the best player in the world at the time, so they said, would you be interested in being on the shoe? And so I wore the shoe for a while. I had my picture on the shoe and his name,
Right.
and
Which
it
was
moved around a little bit,
Yeah.
and then finally they took his name off the shoe, and he wasn't too happy about that.
Did you
I
meet him?
I saw the retro ad for it, endorsed by Stan Smith.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. I'm like, this is it. Is it still super exciting for you? Or have you just gotten very used to it now over the years?
Well, I've gotten used to it, but it's still fun, you know, because I was at an Adidas store the other day, and this 13-year-old girl was wearing my shoe. She said, everybody in my class has to wear your shoe. And I asked her if she'd seen me play.
Right. And what did she say?
No. And then I saw some ladies about 50 years old are walking out of the stadium. I was walking out of the stadium and saw they had brand new shoes on. One with green, one with red, and one with blue in the back.
Right.
So I asked the ladies, how do you keep those shoes so clean?
Yeah.
And they said, they looked at me like I was an annoyance, and then they looked at me and they said, you're wearing those shoes. And then they looked at me and said, oh, you're Stan Smith. And so these ladies could have been the mothers of this girl who's 13. So
Right.
the different generations, you know,
Right.
wear.
Absolutely. But I've got a couple of questions for both of you. How many pairs of Stan Smith shoes do you own? Come on, man.
I can't tell you I'll be judged for it.
No.
This girl in the front, she's already judging me. She
But
knows
she's
it's a
judging you for the
ridiculously
earlier
high
answer.
number. Nobody should own that many
She's a
pairs
blogger.
of shoes or that many pairs of Stan Smith. What do you do? They're so beautiful. You can't have enough.
Yeah, you
I
can't
will
have
not
enough.
reveal this number no matter how many times you ask. I'm very fearful of being judged at this moment.
But give us like a clue. More than 100,
Start guessing.
200.
You know what? Let's not get into it, Cyrus.
Is red your
How many relatives have asked you for free shoes now that you're the brand ambassador for Adidas Originals?
Everyone asks me for free shoes.
everybody? Yeah. Now, is red your favorite color?
My friends are like, oh, bro, when
Hey,
we
bro.
making a trip to Lincoln Road.
Is red your favorite color?
But
Is red your favorite
red is
color?
my color.
That's your color.
It's the color of danger. My middle
Danger.
name.
Danger.
Okay,
Wow.
one last question. How many have you given away to friends?
I'm a Sindhi, bro.
Yeah, that's come on, man. Now,
You really think?
You sell
not,
them.
like none.
You sell them, right?
I'm a hoarder. I hoard.
How many do you own, sir?
I own a few. I own probably 40 or 50 or so.
Man, okay. See, that's a
But
number.
Not too many. I did a thing for Colette in Paris, and I signed shoes, and this guy had these shoes, and he said they only had 100, so he reserved one of the pairs.
Right.
He got it. I signed the shoe. I said, he said to me, "It's not even my size." I said, "Well, why did you get it?" He says, "I collect shoes."
Right.
I said, "How many pairs of shoes do you have?" He said, 5,000.
Are you?
And I said, "How many of my shoes do you have?" He says, 50 or 60.
My
So
God.
he's a shoe freak, you know, one
Yeah.
of these sneakerheads.
Yeah.
And,
Sneakerhead.
sneakerheads, and these guys are crazy.
Right.
They're crazy.
Just finding, collecting,
Barter.
barter.
They hold. They hold.
There you go. They're hoarders.
He's
Yeah.
like him. He's a
There you
holder.
go. He's under various other names. Is a very big sneakerhead. In the sneakerhead community,
He's
is
a
like
sneakerhead.
they bow down and hands tremble when he arrives.
Yeah.
Yes.
You told me recently you always have to buy 2 pairs now. So that's my new thing. Now you get 2 pairs.
Why?
Yeah, one to rock and one to stop.
What is this? Okay, Ranveer, any question you have for Stan at this point in time that you'd like to ask?
Stan, you like to dance?
I like to dance, but I'm not very good.
You should play some song and bust out some Bollywood moves in the spirit of being in Mumbai.
Is there a special dance for Mumbai?
We could make one up.
We can make one up. You know, Bollywood, don't they dance in Bollywood?
Yeah, that's the greatness about Bollywood dance. You can do anything and it's a step.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a step.
That's it. That's
It's
a
iconic.
legendary
It's
step.
iconic. That's an entire song. So I'll give the lyrics to these moves, huh? What do you say?
Yeah.
Do it, Stan. Do it, Stan.
do it, yeah.
Do it, Stan. मैं हूँ स्टैन स्मिथ मैं चेन्नई जा रहा हूँ कल मैं आज मुंबई में कल जयपुर में था कल उदयपुर जयपुर चेन्नई मुंबई मैं हूँ स्टैन स्मिथ
Bro, that was
got it.
amazing.
Got it.
That was legendary. Give them a round of applause, guys. Woo!
Wow.
We're sold out on the singles at this point in time. We've got a gift after you wrote this, Stan. I think you have a gift for Ranveer at this point in time, which is an autographed Stan Smith shoe, my friend.
Yeah.
Which you can give
Yeah.
back and give to me because you've got enough. And I'll, you know.
Yes.
There they have them.
Wow.
Hi Anika.
All right. Hey. All right.
Oh. Fantastic.
There you have it. Woohoo! Guys, give them a round of applause. This is an exciting moment. Oh wow, Ranveer, you are sorted, my friend. This is massive. This is awesome. Look at him. Guys, there you have them. Autographed by the legend himself. This is so much fun.